We have very tragic news concerning the 6 children who have died in that school bus accident that took place in Haryana. Now, the bus driver has been arrested, so has the principal and the secretary of the school. But today, an FIR has been registered against the driver. We're talking about that driver who was driving rashly, apparently under the influence of alcohol. So, the FIR states that he's been booked for culpable homicide and violation of rules and criminal conspiracy in that accident that resulted in the death of 6 kids. We're talking about 5 boys and 1 girl, each between 13 and 16, who lost their lives due to the negligence of this man who was behind the wheels. He was under the influence of alcohol. He, in fact, tried to jump out of the bus by breaking a window. He hit a tree and then the bus overturned. 20 students in all were injured. There were 37 students on board that school bus who were going to school on a day which was a designated holiday as far as India is concerned on the occasion of Eid, which has resulted in negligence not just by the school bus driver but also the authorities in school, because the bus did not have a fitness certificate which is required for plying of these school buses. The fitness certificate had expired 6 years ago. Today a test will be conducted in order to know the fitness of that school bus that was plying on a national holiday, taking 37 school kids to school.
इसमें हमने एक ड्राइवर को, जो इस गाड़ी को चला रहा था, महेंद्र, उसको हमने अरेस्ट कर लिया है। और उसके अलावा स्कूल की प्रिंसिपल है, डिप्टी और अन्य स्टाफ का जो मेन मेंबर है होशियार सिंह, जो सेक्रेटरी के अकाउंट है स्कूल में, और वो गाड़ी वगैरह का सारा इनकी अपनी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है इन लोगों की, जिसको इन्होंने पूरा तरह से ठीक नहीं किया है। और जो सुप्रीम कोर्ट की गाइडलाइन है गाड़ियों बसों के बारे में, उसको भी इन्होंने अच्छी तरह फॉलो नहीं किया है। इन बेस पे हमने 3 व्यक्तियों की इसमें अरेस्टिंग हमने कर ली है, और जो 6 इसमें टोटल डेथ हुई थी, इसमें हमने सबका पोस्टमार्टम करवा दिया है। पोस्टमार्टम कराने के उपरांत उनकी डेड बॉडी हमने उनके घर के हवाले वारिसात के कर दी थी।
Gurpreet joining us on the phone line. Gurpreet, FIR has been registered against the driver. From what we are picking up is that the students had informed the school principal about 50 minutes prior to the accident about the condition, complaining about the driver and for telling the principal that he was apparently drunk, and yet no action was taken against the driver. The principal did not even make the driver stop the bus and ensure the safety of the students on board.
Well, yes, the FIR has already been registered against the driver, and if we can go through the contents of the FIR, it is clearly written how many times the children, they had raised the alarm because the bus was being driven by the driver at a high speed. That is a violation of a motor vehicle act. He is not supposed to drive at a high speed. There is a speed limit which has been issued to all the schools, that the school buses should not run beyond the speed limit. At the same time, we have seen in the FIR, culpable to homicide section has already been invoked in the FIR under section 304. That it's a clear-cut violation, and violation of all rules and regulations. And 304 is equivalent to murder. So somewhere down the lane, the way the driver did not stop the vehicle, it seems that his intentions were not very clear. And even in the FIR, it is also mentioned he was drunk at the time when he was driving the vehicle. So let's see, because today again we have seen the top officer of Haryana government. They are looking into this whole case to find out what was the reason behind this accident and why the school did not follow all the guidelines which has been laid. And the main question which is being raised by the local people, they are saying the committee has already been set up, but there is need to look into this thing, why there is no fitness certificate of these buses, and how the school authorities had allowed the bus driver to run unfit vehicle on the road.
Many questions being raised, including that fitness test that's coming up today. Thank you so much, Gurpreet, for joining us. And Mahendragarh Deputy Commissioner has written to the Haryana Board of School Education and the state government to terminate the school's affiliation for conducting classes on a gazetted holiday.